Hello everyone. So in this class we are dealing with etiquettes. Now what do we mean by etiquette? Etiquette is said to be a foundation of proper etiquette is behavior that is accepted as gracious and polite to the society. Um, it is not just manners. Manners is something that you follow only only for a certain reason, a certain way of life, but etiquettes are something that is ingrained in your character. So as you can see, basic etiquette rules of the families are respecting others personal space. Means if you have a room, um, or if your parents have their own room, then to enter you should be knocking, and whether whenever you take up something from their room just to use it for certain time, even then it is necessary to uh, what should I say, ask permission. Take it only when they agree that you should take it, you can take it. Respect others belongings, don't interrupt someone when someone else is talking. Be on time for dinner. Use polite language such as please and thank you. Don't text or talk on your cell phone during a family meal. Chew with your mouth closed. Don't yell at each other or call each other names. Pick up after yourself so someone else doesn't have to do it. I mean, pick up your plate, pick up all the things that you have, laid around. um, Listening to mom and dad. Be cautious uh, with, if you are a parent, be cautious with the children's images and comments on social media. This is something which we Indians avoid doing. Don't do. We think that children's almost like children's are our property and we can share everything of them online. But this has a negative side. The child will definitely grow up, will become someone who is a responsible member of the society. So in that case, the child will have a problem when some awkward images come up, and some very loving and cozy pictures of the family and all the stuff can be given, but the child herself or himself taking up the entire frame without much with it is advised not to be used because it can be misused in various places. There are lots of softwares available which can enhance the picture, uh, move it in age, and do lots of things. Cybercrime is a very big thing, and children's images are used plenty for this. So please be aware of posting kids images online. Now social etiquettes: always be on time for whatever dates or get-togethers, and showing up late or is rude as a lack of respect. Make eye contact, which I've always been telling you. Never interrupt the other person. Give and receive compliment graciously. Don't be too proud. Don't be too too meek, or don't be too dismissive of giving and receiving compliments. Refuse to gossip with and about friends. This is something we just love doing. I'm sure you have heard the word PNPC, so that is something we are all um, offenders of. Hold doors for anyone who seems to be struggling, whether a person is physically challenged or an elderly person or a young children, or even if a person with lots of things. It is not a sign of chivalry, nor also a sign of anything else. If I am a man and some woman opens the door for me, every man takes it as a hurt to his pride. but believe me, it is just a social etiquette where when you are have your hands tied, it is showing respect because the person in front of you is just holding the door for you, just doing a little bit of favor, nothing else. So allow that person to do it and take the chance to do it when you have the chance. That is the best thing that we can do, irrespective of gender. Age can be a factor, but gender cannot be a factor. When you are invited to a party, don't show up empty handed. I have seen people go to parties empty handed. This has not yet been a part of our social life, but it has become a part of social life outside India, most of the places. So you don't go to a housewarming party without a gift. You don't go to a I mean to the last rites of a person without a gift. You don't go to a birthday or a marriage anniversary party without a gift. I mean, some cases people do go without a gift because they think that, I mean, they have probably given something very big previously, but just two flowers or a small bouquet, just taking something in your hands, not going empty handed, is showing um, care and respect to the host or the person who has hosted the party. If you are sick and contagious, I mean, now after this thing, this coronavirus, you should, I mean, this is something which I heard when I was young. I heard that it was done in England that, I mean, if you are sick, you have to inform everyone who is supposed to come to a party or supposed to come to a gathering to your house, and you ought to cancel the party if you think that that particular disease can be contagious. It may not be contagious actually, but you have a hunch that it may be. So it is polite, it is correct to postpone the party or reschedule it, I mean, or just plain simple go ahead and cancel it, because you cannot expose others to illness. That is being rude. Cover your mouth when you are cover your mouth and nose when you are sneezing, even if you did not do that previously. Now is the time to do it. Pay your share when you are with a friend or group. If you stiff your friends, stiff is meaning that if you don't share and I mean pretend that you are short of money or something like that, they may never include you again. And this includes tipping, because I hope we all know by this time that in our country also tipping is a very normal rule. Okay, there are some more. Never post anything on any forum. This more or less regarding to online. So post anything on any forum that you won't want the world to see. Avoid put downs regardless of how witty you think you are, because as I said that your social media handles are all watched, checked when you go for a job interview. Before giving you the final offer, these are definitely checked. So avoid any put downs or anything hurting, because even if you think that it is very witty, don't don't divulge too much information about yourself or your family when you are um, posting anything online, because you never know who is watching. And remember that dates are something which we should not be posting. Self promotion is okay, but in limited amount. I mean, unless and until you are really promoting something, some product, some business, some um, app or something like that for earning money, self promotion is not necessary. Even when you are doing that, promote it in a different way. Promote it as a product. Promote yourself as a product, not as someone, as a person. that is too wrong thing to do. um, Rather than promoting yourself, respond to others posts. If you make a mistake on social media, own it, offer a sincere apology, and follow the rules of whatever social media you are using. Next comes professional etiquette. Always arrive on time, dress appropriately, never interrupt conversation. If you must eat at your desk or your work cubicle, avoid foods with strong odors. Remove papers from the copier, fax machine, scanner after you are finished with the task. And shake hands when necessary, when appropriate. Don't become the office chatterbox, means you're just being the person who is talking about everyone else, sharing about everyone's personal life. Praise others for a job well done. Never take credit for someone else's work. And be friendly to clients, visitors, guests. Use your inner voice and avoid yelling. If someone else is angry, refuse to join the argument. Don't touch other people's belonging. Observe proper etiquette with regards to personal space. Participate in office donation, but don't make an issue of how much or how little you give. Keep office correspondences brief and avoid interjecting personal opinions into it. Maintain a professional image when decorating your office. um, as I said previously, that if you don't maintain a professional image when you are decorating a cubicle or your office, you are actually disregarding the environment of the office, which is something you cannot do. When socializing with your co-workers, don't do anything you don't want to be mentioned at the office later. So whatever you're doing will become a talk of the office. So please don't do anything that you don't want to be mentioned later. So next, we move on to this importance of good manners. So these are good manners: thoughtful, cheerful, generous, cooperative, helpful, not to be bossy, don't put down people, doing something very man to man. Not, we are not talking about online things. Respect others privacy and take care of personal property. Here are places where these two overlap each other, so just go through them, and then I'll move on to the difference between etiquette and manners. You'll have understand what it is. The last line is most important, I think, of the difference between the term this way: etiquette provides the form of structure within which good manners can operate. Good manners is something which you are doing at the particular moment. If you don't have a training in etiquette, you won't be able to be good mannered. Next is, we move on to etiquette skills to boost our career. So first thing, when we are boosting our career, as I always tell you, to be an individual and to represent yourself. The clothes you choose, the way you walk, the way you talk are all, images of you. So do something so that one particular image of you is available, and that is respectable. Clothing makes the first impression, so keep it decent and respectable. Then there are certain faux pas. So what are the faux pas we always make? People posting negative comments on social media, not greeting people, and when you're standing in front of someone, speaking so softly that the person sits standing in front of you cannot hear you. Sending out thank you notes makes a big difference in your etiquette appearance. And examples of etiquette blunders again are given here. You need to have decent table manners. I mean, it is said that we should just keep this to keep this portion sorry keep this portion at the table edge, this portion at the table edge, then have our food. But we Indians are not having it with the spoon. Generally we try to have it with the spoon when we go outside, spoon and fork when we go outside. If you are using spoon and fork, just touching the table at one point of contact is enough, and then you use your fingers to have your food. um, Next comes the neighbor's bread, and by that we mean that don't take anything that your neighbor cherishes or neighbor needs or is very important to the person. Uh, or when you are in a table, it is, I mean, breads are all placed in the middle spot. Sorry. Some warning came up. You steer clear of becoming Mr. or Mrs. Negative by surrounding yourself with positive people. Don't voice much negative thoughts. Stay away from depressed and negative people. The action a person can take, fine tune their professional image. So these are the actions you can take to fine tune your professional image. And the purpose of business meal is not food, it is business. So instead of overstuffing yourself, you can actually, talk to the person and a persons, and engage in a better way. Etiquette means behaving yourself a little better than is absolutely essential. So next, there are how to use your email at your new job, first impression of business etiquette, that is dressing for success, body language, greetings, conversational etiquettes, and so there are certain golden rules, which is the middle rule that you should stick with to come out as a person who is professionally etiquette, who has professional etiquette, not professional. Okay, I would like to show you the assignment that I have given you. So what does the assignment tell? The assignment says that it is a test, it is a 25 marks test, and you have to submit it to me by 22nd April. So today is 16. Let's change the dates. Okay, I've made it 24. So I'll be scheduling it, but I need to show you the question. So the question is, what is netiquette and what are the ideal netiquettes a person should have? Now, some of you may understand the question just by seeing it, some of you may not. I give you the permission to go online, do some research and answer this question. And there are 500 word limit. Sorry, there are 1000 words word limit. You'll do a research, find out what is an etiquette, and write down all the things that you think is an ideal etiquette, and then you write for us an essay of 1000 words where the answer should be long and all your research work should be visible. You have whatever you have done here. Sorry. Here I have two links that I have added to the lessons that I have given you. 10 etiquette rules for meetings that every professional should possess. I've talked about all these, but still it is given here, so just go through that. And you see, not to save questions last at the end, because the speaker may not be in a position to answer any question. So follow this, and here, sorry, is an interesting 50 little social etiquette rules everyone should follow. If you come to this page, I have given the link. If you come to this page, you will find this picture and this write-up. Once you have finished this, you have to click onto this arrow and some new text with these type of captions come up. There are, just go ahead and click them and see them. You'll enjoy it, and then let's come back. Okay. So I think this was 21 minutes duration, so I think I'll stop here, stop the recording and see how things goes, and then post it to you. Bye. Oh, by the way, one thing, if you have any what should I say, doubts, questions, get back to me through the classroom, through the Google Classroom, and then if I find it necessary, if I think that you cannot do without a face-to-face class, then I'll ask you to join my face-to-face class. Otherwise, I'll be doing sessions here itself. Again, I'll not be using Zoom, I'll be using something like Google Duo or something like that. So bye.